This is for all my Cancers for the month of April 2025, as well as for the first week of May 2025. Now, these two cards here represent the energy that may exist within your heart, mind, body, and spirit, okay, for this month of April and the beginning of May. Should you find yourself connecting to these two cards, then this reading will be for you. You have the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups in reverse. So in this energy, I do see that you may be feeling a little bit conflicted for this month. So your energies are very contradicting or very polarizing. It's almost as if you're pulled into different directions of where you want to go in life and what you want to invest your time and your effort and your attention on in your life. So those are goals, relationships, different aspects of your life, okay? Education, career, again, family or friends, your partner, your children. Whatever you have in mind for this month, you may not have a clear direction of what to do or where to go. And there is a blockage in your energy, I see. It could be by external forces, other people, your environment, a certain situation or issue that is preventing you from fully operating at the capacity that I see within. So, and that capacity is just positive energy, motivation, passion, inspiration, you actualizing what you want out of life and you going in a direction that you really truly want to go, that benefits you and that is good for you, that's healthy for you. I do see a blockage that you're not able to do that in April. There could be a lost passion too, or some of y'all could just be coming to a realization that what you wanted is not what you want now, or what you thought was something turns out to be something you don't even want or you don't even recognize. So again, disappointment, disenchantment, coming to a realization for some of y'all. But we'll dive deeper into what this energy is all about as we go along. And if you find yourself connecting to the description of these two cards, then this reading is for you. If you're not quite sure, that's okay. Feel free to keep watching so that you can see how you may relate to this energy. We're going to check in with your alignment, okay? What is going on with your heart, mind, and body so that you can go in the direction that you want to go this month. In your heart, you have the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Cups. So it looks like you have a longing within your heart. There's this wanting, a needing of you to feel fulfilled, to feel satisfied or happy with how things are and the way that your life is going. So you have goals or dreams in mind, but they seem very out of reach. You don't know how to obtain them. You don't know how to even go about working on to attain them. So there's confusion going on within for some of y'all. There's confusion, dissatisfaction, just an overall lowered energy. And I don't see any. It does not look like you are expressing this negative energy onto other people or into your environment. It just looks like within you are within you're quietly struggling, within you're quietly suffering. But we'll take a look at your actions to see if that is the case. We're going to move on to your mind for this month. You have the Ten of Cups in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the Empress. So yeah, on your mind right now is some of y'all are going through a conflict or difficulty within your family. And that is on your mind. And it's almost clouding your mind. It's preventing you from actually giving your attention to other things that need to be addressed. And I do see you wanting... There's a certain goal that you have in mind, but if you focus on this goal, you will neglect your relationships. So it's almost like you can't have both. It's either you can have a relationship or you can have your family, everyone be happy and stable, or you can put those to the side, put those relationships to the side and focus on your career. And what's tied to your career or what you want to do, okay? It's your passion, whatever gives you purpose. It's connected to your higher inner self, this goal or dream that you have in mind that you want to work on in April. And so there's this pull for you to go work on that so that you can feel happy. I feel like some of your family or your relationships are not as fulfilling as you want them to be if you don't follow your dreams or follow your heart on your personal goals. So this is where I see that push and pull. In your heart, you want everything. So if you look at the woman looking up in the sky, there's love, there's romance, there's financial wealth, there's strength, there's transformations within your life. There's many different dreams that you may have in different areas of your life. I see that in your heart. You want many things. In your mind, though, it looks like you can't have a happy family and be successful in public or financially. Yeah, that looks like a difficult time for you in your mind of what it is you want to do. And some of y'all could be a parent, so there does weigh on your mind this guilt of like, oh, I have to provide for my family, but I also want to be my own person. I want that independence. And so there's that guilt of wanting to go do what you want to do. But yeah, let's move on to your actions so that we can get a better understanding. You have the Emperor, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords in your intentions. So this is what you want people to see and believe about you based on your actions. So you want people to see and believe that you are someone who is well disciplined. You are someone who is able to provide, to lead, to take care of your family, your children, for some of y'all. And you make smart moves. So you are intentionally creating goals for yourself that are realistic, they're obtainable or achievable, and you're able to accomplish them, okay, in a timely manner. And this feeling of being blocked in your energy, you want other people to see and believe that that is not a hindrance for you. So are you putting on a mask, or are you telling people that you're okay, that you can keep, you can keep going on, putting in all this hard work, and that you're okay with how life is, all the sacrifices that you have to make in life, all this responsibility, all these obligations in your life. You got the strength and the resilience to keep having that on your shoulders. So are you telling other people that it's okay? But truly on the inside, mentally, you want something different. You're thinking about it at least in April. So that's why I see in your intentions, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are fulfilling your obligations, you're fulfilling your role, and you're doing a good job at it. But there's something about you not being completely honest, I think. Or you could also be entrapping yourself in what you say yes to. So do you find yourself always saying yes, or more often than not are you telling other people, yeah, I can do it, yeah, that's fine, I can do it, no, I'll do it? Or do you find yourself doing more than other people in your life are doing for you and for the family or for the relationship? Or even in your career, I do see you may be the person that your coworkers sort of lean on or depend on when they themselves should be stepping up and working just as much as you. And it may not even be necessary. Sometimes with the Emperor energy, sometimes you feel like you have to do more than other people and it's not even needed. Okay, it's not even needed, but naturally, because of who you are and naturally because of your responsibilities and what you do in life, Okay, if you're a parent or head of a household, or you're in some type of supervisor role at work, or other people look up to you, naturally, you know, there's a lot of this feeling of like you have to perform at the same level of intensity or same level of standards. You still have to do that every single day so that you don't disappoint other people or let other people down. That could also be weighing on you. But intentionally, I see you telling people it's okay. But moving on to what other people notice about you. So down here represents your inner circle, or my definition of an inner circle, which just means friends, family, co-workers, people who can observe you on a daily basis, who can have an opinion about you, all right? They observe you enough to have an opinion, is what I mean. You have the Lovers, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. So the people in this inner circle, they have a connection to you that is mostly positive. So y'all have built this connection to where they do have trust in you. They do find you dependable. There could be a positive connection of love or of mutual respect between you and this inner circle. And so there's built-in or already existing positive feelings towards you, okay, from this inner circle. However, they notice lately that you are not as passionate. You're distant. You may have emotional instability. So other people notice that you are stuck and you're not trying to get yourself out of this situation, almost as if you're settling for less. So other people in your life have this opinion that you are settling for less. Okay. And that's not going to be everybody in your inner circle, this opinion, or there's this observation. This is just for some, but it also could be for everyone. But again, only you know who's that inner circle. And this is what could be what they observe about you. But it does align with your intentions. It aligns with your mind. It aligns with your heart, this observation. But it doesn't make it true. It just means it makes it highly possible or likely. We're going to move on to the situation that you have to talk about according to your loved ones on the other side. You have the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. Again, the Eight of Swords is popping up for you. And what you want people to see and believe is that you are not someone who is, you're someone who's not a quitter, even if things are hard, is what I'm also getting in your intentions. And here in the situation that needs to be talked about is, okay, but now we've all come to the conclusion that you have been affected in a negative way, and this impact on your life is now showing up in different areas, okay? So no matter how strong you are, how resilient you are, how talented or intelligent you are, it's showing up in your life. And the situation that needs to be addressed is, how can you get back to a place of equilibrium or harmony or balance within? How can you not only go after what you want, but also maintain your relationships and maintain your responsibilities? How can you find that balance? And it does look like there may be a give and take that needs to happen. And we'll take a look at what you need to give and take, okay? A give and take of your energy within yourself and within your external environment. So your relationships, your career, different aspects, okay? Externally, let's see. Down here represents the energy that you need more of, according to your loved ones on the other side. You have the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords in reverse. It looks like the energy that you need is one of you having more communication with the people that you care about, or with the people who are affected by your decision making, and vice versa. the people who you are affected by based on their decision making. So those are the people that you need to talk to. And when you have more open communication, you have to lean more towards your emotional side and how you're feeling. So in April and the beginning of May, try to connect with other people in an emotional way, in a deeper way, in a spiritual way for some of y'all. So instead of hiding how you feel or trying to put a mask on or try to put a brave face or trying to stay strong and say you're okay or that you can get through anything, this month requires you to be more honest on how you're feeling and all those negative emotions or weaknesses or fears or doubts that are running through your energy or running through your body, through your mind, your heart. Now is the time to have that self-expression of yourself fully. Just be an open book. Allow other people to come in and support you and to love you and to hear you. You may need someone just to listen to how you are feeling and what you're going through in order for you to feel better, in order for you to release yourself from your own mental prison that's going on within. Now, the energy that you need less of, you have the Hierophant in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Notice you have the family here and the family here, okay? Now, what this means for you and the energy you need less, if you're someone who has created a lot of structure and stability and security financially for everyone in your life, your family, your partner, and you've relied heavily on a system of sort that you have created, then this month is all about letting go of that system or letting go some of that system, some of that structure, some of that inflexibility. So there's a certain routine also that you have that has to change. So this month of April and the beginning of May requires you to have some flexibility and some adaptability to changes in your life. There are changes that you have to make regarding the way that you operate within your household and within your relationships. Okay? If you put a lot of priority or importance on maintaining boundaries or certain obligations, you do this, I do this, okay? And nobody can do anything differently or do less. Like, you're supposed to do this, so do it, and I'm supposed to do this, so I'm going to do it. There is no gray area. There is no overlapping. This month is about, okay, things are going to get a little I don't want to say chaotic, but things are going to start shifting around. You may find yourself doing something that you never done before in regard to obligations or roles. And so just for instance, and this isn't, going to be specifically for you, but maybe just for example, if you're someone who constantly is the one responsible for, let's say, taking out the trash, and your partner does the dishes, okay? Now in April, you may look at, okay, I've always took out the trash, but does my partner like to do the dishes? Would they like to take out the trash? And would I be okay with doing the dishes? Can we alternate on certain days? Or can it change by month by month? Like, if you've never questioned how things are, you just do it, then maybe now's the time for you to question your routine, question your habits, and figure out, okay, can we switch things around? And can I be okay with it? And can my family be okay with it? You may be surprised that they want change too. Your family, your partner, they may want change. And maybe at work too, your coworkers, your whole team, they may want change too. That just nobody has ever talked about it until now when you bring it up. So you may be the catalyst. You may be the person that sparks this conversation of everyone realizing what it is that they want and what they're not happy with that they could change. All right. And we're going to move on to the outcome of this situation in the near future. And we'll look at when that should happen for you. You have the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Wands also in reverse. So in the near future of this outcome, all right, you being able to free yourself through a give and take sort of way. It does look like you still remain this person, all right, in this card, the Nine of Swords. You're still full of anxiety. You're still not satisfied. You're still worried if you're making the right decisions. So there is this lack of self-confidence within. There's still this confusion, this polarizing energy within you in the near future of making the right decision. And this is not set in stone. Everything changes on a daily basis, right? Depending on what you choose to do. But just remember the energy that you need more of and the energy that you need less of. And maybe this can help you out because you have the power to change this outcome. And I only predict things so that you can have the power to change things if you want to. Some things you can't change because they're necessary experiences that you have to go through just for your spiritual journey. But from what I've seen in my readings, a lot of the time my predictions are just there to help guide you to change certain things if you want to. So the change is possible is all I'm trying to say. It's all I'm trying to say. So in the near future, unable to see avoidance, more hesitation on your part. So I was just trying to get over that. I'm trying to get over that barrier within your mind of expressing yourself and how you're really feeling. Man, I get for a lot of y'all, you spend a lot of your life being the strong one, being the strong person, the one that people lean on or look to help them in their lives. So it's going to be hard for you. Let's see when this is going to happen for you and your prediction. Okay, so I see a couple of dates here for y'all. Some of y'all may experience this outcome of this anxiety built up and being unable to fully express yourself. I see this coming to a conclusion the second week of April or the fourth week of April. I feel like the fourth week of April, you may just be like, yep, life is what it is. So life is what it is. So I'm not even going to express myself. I see that by the fourth week of April. But for some of y'all, you may feel this in the second week of where you know you have to express yourself. You know you have to change things. So the way that you're living, you know you have to change things. Just internally, you know you have to change because you just don't feel whole. You don't feel satisfied. You don't have this anchor to the earth or to this universe of where you feel like you have a purpose. You feel like where you feel like you belong here on this earth is what I'm trying to say. So you know internally there's something that needs to change, and it does not. It just comes right back down to you having to be that leader, provider of all things for everybody else. So you may have someone who comes to you who needs help, and that is what triggers you to not express yourself. You're like, oh, somebody is going through something, therefore I can't put myself first. I can't prioritize my wants, my needs, because that would be selfish or that would not be in the best interest of everybody else. So I'm just going to go back into my shell and not express myself. I see that could happen for you in either the first week of April or the third week of April. You may go back to just remain how you are because it doesn't feel like it's the best time for you to fully look at everything you're going through. Yeah, I do see that. But it's not set in stone. But I do see by the first week of April, you may be able to turn things around in a positive way for you and for your relationships. I do see a positive change by April. So there is some learning that you do in this month that will result in a positive experience by the first week of April. Okay, but again, not set in stone. It really depends on what you choose to do here. Okay, we're going to move on to your word of encouragement from your loved ones on the other side. All right, we have the Death, the Devil in reverse, and the Three of Wands for your word of encouragement. So for this month of April and the beginning of May, if you say yes to making changes in your life and in the way that you operate, or in the way that you manage your household or your relationships or your career, if you say yes to expressing yourself and how you're really feeling on the inside with other people in your life or with the people that you care about, if you say yes to having those difficult conversations of self-expression, if you say yes to having new experiences for yourself, new routines for yourself, a new lifestyle for yourself, then you will be able to free yourself from this feeling of being stuck. You will be able to see a positive change in your life only if you say yes to having changes in your life. Okay, so it's all about if you want to do it, it will happen for you. So it's a matter of saying yes or no. And the only option that will give you the results you want is you saying yes. So it's up to you in April and May. And I hope this helps you. If you have gained some clarity for today, please subscribe if you haven't, or just keep on coming back. With that said, to all my Cancers out there, take care.